Assalamualaikum and good morning. In this video, I will tell you how to publish Google Sheet data into HTML web page. First, create a folder and a Google Sheet file. Here, I name the folder DB. Then, we create a sheet file and name it as database. Create a dummy data for our database. Next, we need to create 3 app script files. Go to Extensions and click App Script. But first, rename App Script project as database. Create the second and third files. Let's include script for code.js file. Search for Google Web App Best Practice. Copy a doGet function. And replace the default my function. Replace page text with index. Let's include script for index.html file. Search for W3Css table. Copy all the codes. And then replace the existing codes. Finally, save the files. Now, let's test our web page. Click New Deployment. Select Web App. And then click Deploy. Copy the URL. We can temporarily save it in code.js. Click Deploy again, and then click Test Deployment. We are successfully deploying our web page. First, we write a function to read sheet data. We can use JavaScript map function to create array of objects. We use JavaScript shift function to delete header row. We can check our data by using console.log. Select Get Data function, and then click Run. There is an error in our code. It should be values. Click Save, and run again. The array of objects is successfully created. Next, let's configure Vue.html file. First, we search for W3Css. Select Vue 2 documentation. Select Installation. Then, search for CDN script tag. Copy the script tag. And paste in the index.html file. Next, click the introduction. Look for Hello Vue example. Copy the code. And paste it right after the body tag. Copy the second code. And paste in Vue.html file. We need to include open and closed script tag in order for Vue can be executed. Next, copy the include function. And paste inside code.js file. Copy the scriptlet's example. And inside index.html, paste it before the end of body tag. Replace JavaScript text with Vue. The include function and scriptlets are used to link our index with Vue file. Click Deploy, and then click Test Deployment. We have successfully deployed Vue. Let's further update Vue file. For that, we need array of object data. Run the getData function. Copy the array of object. Then, assign the array of object as my data. We will create a new table using Vue for loop. For that, copy HTML script for table and paste under the message text. Keep one table head and one table row. Next, search Vue for loop. Look V for loop on template. Copy the template. And paste under the table head. We are going to create table row using Vue for loop. We modify table data accordingly. Save the file. Click Deploy, and then click Test Deployment. We have successfully created a table from array of object. Now, we want user to directly fetch data from Google Sheet when web page is ready. For that, click View Instance. Look for Created function. Copy and paste below my data. Delete the content of created function. We will use google.script.run to execute getData function. Copy the example of google.script.run and paste inside the created function. This .unsuccess function will run when data is returned. In this case, when getData function is returned. To handle this .unsuccess function, we need view methods. Click on Introduction again. Click on Handling User Input. Copy the method's example. And paste after created function. Rename reverse message to onSuccess. Now, we will automatically update my data when data from Google Sheet is returned. Therefore, we need a return statement in getData function. Save the file. Let's add a new data. Refresh the web page. The new data has been updated successfully. Delete the contents of my data, since we are going to fetch data directly from Google Sheet. We may want to change the message text. Insert open and close head tags. Delete the unnecessary table. Add a new data. Refresh the web page. All good. Search for W3Css text. Copy an example of centered content. We are going to center message text. We center our table as well. We add margins for our table. Let's make a final test deployment.